Alright, what's the good word on Clark's place today?
Well, we have a problem. This here is fine. It's fairly new. The harness is fairly new, no wires broken. This is the one I had to repin.
Oh, so, is this the pinball connector that you put on there? Okay.
This here must get power from another source. That is this light that goes in here.
We just hooked it up.
Probably to shine up to the ignition.
Yep, cool.
This one, we have a broken orange wire, which we're not sure where that goes.
They didn't just do that from the factory.
No.
Or anything, I wouldn't think.
Something's not hooked up, something's missing.
Yeah.
And that all goes, we think, to the ignition.
Yeah, because we can turn it on, and we're getting, if we turn the lights on, I get the bright light switch and the dasher on lightly, and the back left tail light comes on.
Oh, no kidding.
So,
but no headlights.
and no starter, no ignition, no headlights.
So put it all in, have those issues. Now take the column back out, and now we're troubleshooting to redo wires.
Yeah, which we've got three. You can see 3 Phillip heads here, which we're going to take.
So boom, boom, boom holds this.
Yes.
In there.
And then these 3.
We're thinking holds
we'll
this
take
whole
this
assembly.
off so we can get to this.
Get to the key assembly. All right, cool. Well, I'll leave you there and come back and see what you end up figuring out.
That was loose.
To get a little update here. What you got going on now?
All right, we got this all
What you figuring? What's Grandpa Clarkson's phrase again?
It's like when something's working really good, like we just re-tapped this. And it's like, yeah, it's just like downtown, but further out. So,
I never heard that.
Don't ask me what it means. I think it's just, it's like it's really cool, but
you're just like downtown, but further out.
This is the ignition to start. All that goes in there with the key. We don't know what the 2 red wires goes up to this little switch.
Yeah, I didn't know what that little switch guy did there.
There's a little switch that moves.
Yeah, I see.
But
if you can.
yeah, but the only thing is we don't see anything that activates it.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe the key being in would push that down, but I don't.
There's nothing in
it. Doesn't do it. So.
And there's nothing on this. This is for the locking mechanism right here.
Gotcha.
Which the cam on this comes around and pushes that in.
Gotcha.
And it's also up here. It's in that slot.
Yeah.
And then when you go that way,
here.
you push that down. This up here. That pushes down, which allows that to go all the way.
Gotcha.
But when you turn the key, this comes up, and now that won't come down and lock the steering while you're driving.
Gotcha.
You have to push this down, and then that allows it, because it's. But anyway, we don't know.
Well, Doug and I tested the wires and saw
we got two of them to ohm out.
Yeah, they continuity when it's on run between, what was it, the red wires and the black.
Yeah,
they go together, and then when you turn it all the way off, that continuity goes away.
We had an accessory wire, which I think was the green one.
Yeah, we're not sure. We know what we found out what the yellow wire is. That goes in here, and that's running. Where'd it go? This little light. This is a little light here on a yellow one.
Yep, I see.
And that sticks out through here and kind of shines up on your key so you can.
Ignition light.
Right. But we don't know what this orange wire is that's cut on the one in the column.
Yeah.
And we don't have a column wiring diagram. I mean, you can't even find them online. But the one that's in the car goes orange. It's this connector, which here is where it goes into the column. It's 2 orange comes off. And I mean, it goes around, goes to a fuse.
One goes to the fuse there, yep.
And then the other orange one comes over,
And it
goes up
over to the radio,
radio connector.
I don't know what that would be.
So we don't know.
Is it accessory that if you turn on, maybe accessory that it sends power to the radio?
Not sure.
Possibly.
I looked in the.
I don't know.
My guess
The,
is it's not that important that it won't start the car without it.
I looked in the Classic
Yeah.
Industries, and I could not find this switch harness for sale. They have plenty of the turn signal ones, which this one looks like it's fairly new.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look all
Right.
cigarette stained from
I mean, the
1,000 years.
connector was boogered up on it, but I've got this pinball one, which I may have to change it out. But this one matches up with the other one. It's in the car now.
Yep.
But I didn't replace this one. This one seemed pretty good shape. But don't know what this orange one is.
So as with anything goes, if you have answers to any of our questions that
Right.
we're uncertain of, post in the comments below and let us know.
We thought maybe this was out of a CUDA because the steering column was out of the car when I got it. But online for these turn signals and the harness, it says like 67 to 74 CUDA,
I think it was 70,
Challenger.
74.
Yeah, so they're all the same instead of working all of them. But I
And
don't.
that feels like my 73 Challenger. I remember taking the key out and you
Yep.
could do it all one hand. Just pull
Right.
that down and take the key out. All,
And this works like that too,
yeah.
because the key doesn't,
So that
key doesn't
is-
come out unless that is pushed down. Then it'll come around and the key will come out.
Yep.
So that works, but we just don't know what this orange wire is. We can't get the thing to fire up. We took the battery up and we get the dash lights come on and the left tail light. And it's like, what? We don't know what the problem is. And there's no key, there's no start. And that's with a brand new starter relay that I just put in it. So maybe we don't have something hooked up right. If there's any Jacksonville, Florida area Mopar gurus for Challengers for wiring,
Come out. We need
come
help.
out. We need help. We'll pay you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
That it for now?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
Bye-bye. So continuing the wiring woes video, what was your solution to all your problems?
Here's the solution.
American Autowire 70 through 74 CUDA Challenger, AmericanAutowire.com.
So we've got the new wiring.
Complete auto wiring harness for this baby.
I pulled all the wire out of it, tail lights, everything in the engine, and come to find out there was a ground wire on the front headlight wire feed that wasn't hooked up. So the headlights and all that probably would have worked, but the connectors are so bad.
You showed me on this that
These connectors, everything is so bad. This is supposed to include the dash wiring as well, which, you know, this has been rewrapped. There's splices on it. It's just
I think it's a fine harness. It would
work.
50 years old, so
this one is not too bad. I mean, there's a little corrosion, but the wires are good, and it's a rally. So I'll be posting it for sale here soon.
Yep.
And I think it has all the connectors are on it. That goes to the door, which is missing one of them, but that's a simple one.
Yep. I see. Looks pretty darn complete.
Yeah, it's in decent shape.
And if we would have hooked the wire up, ground correctly, the headlights did work. You could get it to come on.
Probably would have worked. I don't know if all the gauges would have worked, and I still don't know if the gauges are going to work even with the new wiring, because it could be a bad gauge. But
Yeah, true.
this away, everything's new on the car.
This away?
This way,
Is that one word?
yeah. What I'm going to do is,
Oh, show the other new tool you got in the mail today.
oh yeah, I got the new. We're always using the little cutter.
Oh, I see there's an R already on the battery back there.
Oh yeah, I put my
Nice to mark your territory there.
yeah. Real nice.
Big boy
We can
cutting
cut
now.
some big boys now.
Well, now I can finish those pinball legs that I'm going to cut down for Cliff at Leaderboard. His Super Mario Brother pinball is like 4 inches taller than every other pinball in his game room in there. So I'm going to chop them, re-weld them, and make it a kid-sized
I can
game.
put that on there. I'm going to put the wiring harness on a table
Oh,
because I'm going to lay out.
you're gonna lay out today?
Yeah, I'm going to lay out each harness to wire it correctly.
All right, let's see what's in the box.
We'll see what's in here.
What's in that box? That's surprising. There's not super high tensile strength tape holding it together.
Really. Stop. Warning. Validate the kit contents. Okay, there's the original opening. It says you got to make a
Slight adjustment, I thought I read.
adjustment to the firewall. Wow.
Order those crimp tools.
Looks, yeah.
I'm sure we have them, but
Oh, wow.
OEM small terminal crimping. OEM large terminal crimping. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, look, everything's labeled. Instrument cluster, courtesy lamp, rear body. Looks like it's got all the new connectors for the lights.
All your tail lights.
They look like,
Nice.
yeah, they'll be real nice.
Nice.
And little courtesy lamp. Okay, that goes under the dash probably.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the engine kit.
Man, that's so nice looking.
Isn't it though? Dimmer switch. Oh, comes with a new dimmer switch. So
They call it. I thought that was a bright light switch. That's the one that you hit on the floor with your foot, right?
there's the instrument cluster. And look, you got to crimp all your terminals
Okay.
for the
It might be
instrument.
worth ordering those tools.
Front light kit. So there's your headlights, horn, and all that stuff. Looks like you got some crimping to do there too.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that there was an option to buy it already, everything crimped though.
I don't know that there is. They don't want you to. They say that this is
So modern fuses, no old barrel fuses.
no
so all
old
the-
barrel.
Yeah, nice.
This is oh look, that's
the backside through the firewall feed. Yep, cool.
and here's all your battery stuff.
Oh, wow.
What is that for?
What's this say?
Doesn't say.
You don't know?
Looks some of these clip over like your sending units on your motor. Here are some of those relays. I don't know, they might be. Boy, now there's your fuse.
Oh, that's like an inline fuse.
Yeah, man. So this is alternator and main power connection.
Cool.
So,
It looked like this was thicker, like it was a sticker.
yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think you must tape that on and then have to do some adjustments. Print on adhesive label.
So you have to what? Cut this out? I don't know what that is.
Template for modification of the firewall on a 70 through 74 CUDA Classic Update Kit.
Bulkhead opening area. Original bulkhead mounting hole.
Approximate for reference only.
Original.
Mounting hole.
Yeah, there's the two. So I guess
Huh.
I don't know how it is right now. I don't see that it gives you a new plate or anything. So I'm sure the instructions are gonna.
We'll see when we browse the instructions.
Where are the instructions?
I didn't see any. That was it.
They're supposed to come with a wiring diagram.
It might be in each one of those.
Oh, it could be. Well, here's the big one. So
Yeah.
let's
That looks like a pretty thick wire for, or thick book for. Good to slice through the wires.
yeah.
Right away. You know. I mean.
Yeah, there's your. Okay, that's the only instructions in here. Thought it said it was supposed to have a color-coded wiring diagram. That's what it's supposed to have with it. So maybe
Might be for each of those harnesses.
that's what I'm thinking.
Individualized.
Okay.
I thought I saw a little bit of color on that book. Oops, Daisy, you're gonna need that.
Yeah, it looks like there's some color here. Dash kit. Okay, yeah, look, see, that's got everything. It lays it all out.
Dash kit. Shows all the different variable speed, 2-speed, variable speed, 2-speed, 3-speed wiper switches, and all the different wires and how you might hook those up. So pretty cool.
And where they go.
Yeah.
And what about all the rest of the stuff? It doesn't say what these label. Radio connectors, unless they're labeled.
Well, they've got printed. You can see they're all printed on.
No, it just says
Power windows. See, it says power windows on it.
It does.
Yeah, so
Headlight.
all the wires have. Oh, that's even cooler. This is park light right there. That says power windows. Headlight, high beam. Headlight, low beam. Oh, that's tough.
Yeah, that's going to be sweet. Now that's the old one that goes to the... No, it doesn't. Left rear. Oh, okay, that's probably what feeds the rear tail harness.
Cool. All right, I think that's enough for the video.
Okay.
You might see this become a couple-part series with, you said Doug was going to come over and
Yeah, he's going to take a day
he's
off
going to
work.
help you.
We're going to wire our little heart's content.
All right, cool.
Okay.
I think happy with the package, and really impressed that the wires actually have labeled what they are.
Yeah.
What was the website? You didn't get this from AmericanAutowire.com though.
I don't think so, no.
You got it from Classic Industries.
Yeah.
So for all you viewers at home, I believe that Classic Industries was $100 cheaper.
Yeah, it's like $809,
$809
and it's
for the whole kit.
$900 and something everywhere else.
Yep.
eBay and all that. I mean, you might find someone that's got one cheap on eBay that bought it and didn't use it.
I wouldn't buy that one.
I wasn't that lucky. No, I mean, if it was never opened like this, I mean, it'd be well worth it. So, time you get shipping.
Wish in one hand
Yeah.
and get some crap delivered is what you'll need.
That's the number, 510-289
Cool.
for 7074 CUDA and Challenger.
Good deal. Happy with it? You like it?
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be with all these labels like that. It looks like they've all been laser printed, so
Yeah.
that'll be nice.
Very cool. Till next
All right.
time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so catch us up to
Okay.
speed here. How are you liking it so far? You've done some crimping. You've gotten used to it a little bit here. Sorry,
Yeah, there's
sorry everybody, I'm sick, so my voice is a little
yeah.
quirky today.
You can stay back from me. I'll wear a mask. These first two harnesses that I've been working on down there, they mix together. One comes off of one and feeds something off of this too. But then both of these will plug into the big harness to end up creating the great big harness over there that was all one harness from the manufacturer.
Gotcha.
And that's got all these gauge feeds and everything else back here. So what this does, I didn't grab my,
What you mean?
I was kind of explaining, I think in the last one, that
Well, yeah, I just wondered, you were saying you added a wire. I thought that pink was power windows or ignition or
Nope.
something, so...
The pink comes off right here. This is the pink coming from the harness, from this block right here. Comes up, and you can feed it to the brake feed on that's where they cross over. That's this one. And then the other two, I've got an extra one, and the other one feeds the to the tack.
I see.
So that goes up to the tack.
Gotcha. Yeah, cool.
But then these other ones that actually feed, here they've got to the temp gauge. This is the dark green. And if you come down here and take the
I see, it says original purple wire.
original purple, the dark
there's
green,
the darker green one.
and the old harness had a purple wire that went on here that was like these connectors.
Yeah.
And just plugged up. So,
Yeah.
but you use your old jumpers. You use this piece, which is this,
Yep, I see.
and that feeds from the brown wire. And you have to crimp these on. You crimp
So
it.
you did have to actually crimp the whole
had
connector on.
had to crimp that on there.
How difficult was that process going through?
Well, you need the right tool.
Yeah. All right, you want to show the right tool?
Sure.
All right.
So that's all in there. I'm gonna condense it. They give you lots of wire. You don't need all that wire. This is one that won't be used. It's gray. This feeds the lights from an aftermarket dash,
Oh, really?
I think is what it said. There's the gray wire, only used with aftermarket gauges. That's the instrument lamp feed. So,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I mean, I could probably cut that off. I'll probably never use it, but
Yep.
I think I already showed the tools. a little
Well,
bit.
you could leave that in there because whoever buys this car, they might want to pimp
Sure.
out the gauges, and then it's already got. I mean, you'll include all this paperwork with the
Oh,
car
yeah.
when you sell it to whomever buys it.
These and your terminals, which are just your standard blue ring terminals.
Yep.
What I was doing is I was using these to just crimp down through.
Yep.
This is really more for uninsulated, but it didn't even break through the vinyl. And then this one is the one that I used
That's kind
for-
of the one for the pinball connectors.
Yeah,
Kind of have the same feel as a pinball connector.
yeah, they're the ones that you've got to wrap things around.
I don't know how it'll come out. It might come out pretty.
That
decent.
has to be folded around. What I did was I would put it in this way first,
Just kind of get
fold
them
it down,
started bending.
and then once it was folded down, I spun it and crimped it down, because that's kind of got a cup to it, and it would really, it did a good job.
Put a nice circle crimp around it.
So I practiced a couple.
You practiced before?
Well, not on purpose. That they turned out good, and I had to cut them off. I had two of the housings on. I don't know what I was thinking, but anyway, this is the one that we use for the pinballs. It has the one that holds the contact in place. You can see they're real small,
Yep.
and these are all pretty good size because all this wire is good size. So you need this tool. Only the larger one, which is probably this one here, 18 to 14 gauge.
Yep.
Well, I don't know, it might be that
That's
one.
the bigger one.
It's the bigger one.
12 to 8 gauge. Yep.
Yep. So I've got actually one of them done,
You got
Which
one done.
which had two things in it. An
All right.
instrument cluster bag H.
Well, I had to come out and see how you were enjoying it. Even though I don't feel like helping you today.
Yep. All right.
You don't want my sickness out here anymore.
No, I don't really want your sickness. So.
All right. So, the harness kit, some of the questions have been answered. It's pretty decent.
Yes.
You're digging on it.
Yes, I noticed the for the fuse box, if you want to call it that.
Panel? Box?
Panel, yeah. On the instructions, I just thought I'd get ahead. It started listing fuel, battery, ignition, 15, 220s, and 230s. Well, I got the 15, the 220s, and 230s. Nowhere in the paperwork for this harness does it have what the rest of the fuses? So I'm assuming, which I'm sure it's in there, these other bags, as I open them, will probably say have the fuse.
That will get populated. It's just in the picture of that.
And we have all the fuses that came with
I see. It does come with all the fuses.
So it'll probably tell which ones if you're going to use the circuit for.
As you're getting into those harnesses.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's like power windows. If you use it, put that in fuse.
Gotcha.
So if it doesn't, we'll figure it out.
We'll always wish it did.
Yeah, we'll always wish it did.
All right, I'll come back. So you might do some more time lapse of some other stuff, and then
Yeah, I'll do more time lapse. Hopefully these are not as bad as far as hooking them up. This is the front light feed.
Yeah.
Hopefully all the connectors are on it, but probably won't be. Which I don't know. They're not bad. I'm not complaining.
Going easier than you thought when you saw a bag of connectors that needed to go on.
Yeah, and if they stay like this, if that's all the tools you really need, then I think these are going to go fine. See,
Cool.
Most of the connectors are on there.
Good.
So,
All right,
okay.
happy it's working out.
All right.
Oh, and you said the firewall adjustment, you just need to drill 2 holes.
Yes.
That's really the only adjustment, because those are the standard.
These are the original holes.
Approximate hole, original bulkhead mounting hole, but drill out with a 0.125 bit, 2 places. There and there.
And this is a sticker. So it says you cut it out, lay it on there.
Cool.
This will be the harder one. This one has the dash harness for the steering column. There's their plug. Then there's an adapter plate. Original turn signal connector, which has the little pointed part. That comes out, and I mean, you guess you can put all these pins on and then match the colors up.
Yeah.
So it's a rig.
But
This is probably the
be
adapter.
a little more work to get that column.
Yeah, but
right
that's
up.
fine. That's fine.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's going to work out fine.
All right, that good for an update for now?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, that looks like you got all your wiring about done on there, mister.
Yeah. Gonna go put this in the car. Run these big screws through it.
All right, well, for the last of the wiring woes video, kind of show me the quick tour of all the new wiring installed.
Yeah, I want to make sure all these work before I plug them all up, and they should.
Hey, it looks like you still got the old wires still in there, or
No.
pulled all the old wires out?
Yeah, this is all new. They just give you so much of it. And
So you might go back through and shorten some wires and make it custom fit to the install.
I did do that up front. Oh, here. These wires. And
Oh, that's all the extra
and
you
these-
cut out of them?
That's the extra wires that I cut out. Too long. But I did not do that on the back, or we'd probably have that much on the back.
Yep.
Because we did that here, and we stretched it across and did all of it, and then put it in the car, where we should have laid it in, brought all the bare wires back here, put them to length, cut them, and terminated.
But you did all your termination and everything kind of on a workbench here first.
Yeah, which...
You can clean up if you want. If you want to
learned-
tuck the wires behind a little panel in there,
Yeah,
that's
we
fine
learned.
too.
I mean, there's lots of extra wire. So
Well, I guess that's something for the viewers, is it's buy the tools to do the
Yes.
crimping, because even with the expert tools that you have and the Daniels tools, they're not the exact right thing to crimp.
there's how much extra stuff they give you
Yeah.
left over.
Well, I would say that's something
But-
you would say to a viewer, though, is if you had to do it again,
Yeah,
buy the OEM crimp tools for 120 bucks
I
for both
think
those
so.
tools.
It's got them both in there. These are ones that are for Cuda.
Yeah.
So, but it's for both of them, so I didn't have to use those. There's a setup there that didn't use for whatever reason. And then there was a bunch of these wires here were for electronic dash, and this was for something else that was electronic.
Yeah, I think they were setting up for
VSS,
variable speed,
Speedo,
something.
power,
Yeah.
all this stuff.
Electric
you know-
speedometer and all that.
Right,
good
so
stuff.
if you're doing a really big mod, that kit will take care of it.
Yeah, cool. All right, we'll take a look at the engine, see how that looked,
All right.
if you want to do that real quick.
Yeah.
Then I'll be done with the wiring woes video. I'll post it too.
The engine, it's all much neater. I've got these wires here that are extra, but this is for electric fan and fog lamps. So if somebody wants to add fog lamps to this, they can. I didn't want to cut them off and then somebody want to put it on, but you have to mount these big, these are massive.
Big fuse blocks.
Yeah, they're great big fuse blocks that everything goes through, and the other one has the other side, and then there's a bus bar across. So yeah, it's
Cool.
it's a bunch, and this still has to get hooked up.
Goes down to the starter.
I believe it might be down to the starter. That's what it is. This goes down to the starter.
Yep.
So,
And then new starting solenoid there.
yeah, new starting solenoid with the new wires on it. All this will get tucked around. This big wire,
It comes over
it
here.
comes all the way over to the alternator, which you gotta have a one wire alternator,
Yeah, which you don't. So
which I don't.
that's on order, I guess.
So yeah, all these wires, I'll get all these tucked away. I've got plenty of length on them to do whatever I want to do. So I don't think there's going to be a problem there.
Well, I think the solution that you were after was modern connections, no electrolysis happen on all the connections,
You're
and
right.
half of them didn't work, and you just get miscellaneous errors. At least
Right.
this is a brand new system, all new connectors, everything's tight, you crimped them all, you know everything's great. It isn't
Right.
wallered out after 50 years, so should be good to go.
And what's nice is, well, they're all put together now, but all the plugs on the back of the, I don't think you can see them, but
Yeah, I can see them in there.
okay. All the back of the headlights, all those are new connectors,
Yeah, cool.
and those are what I pulled out here and cut them to length.
Gotcha.
And then they're grounded.
Yeah.
The horn was, there's another 7 feet of horn wire, because they don't know where you're going to put your horns
I
if
guess,
you're
yeah.
doing a rest of mod. So, which is nice. They give you plenty of wire.
Yeah,
So,
cool. All right, end of the wiring woes. Any other last minute thoughts on doing all this project?
no, I like it. I'd like to try the other company too, the painless,
Yeah.
which I don't know how good, easy theirs is if it's painless. This wasn't painless, but yet it wasn't painful. It worked out
A
real
lot of
good. Everything
connectors
was,
you had to put on.
a lot of connectors, and if I had the right crimp tool, which we were almost had the right crimp tool, and it did work out, but to have the right tool to zip, zip, zip,
Bang, bang,
think there's two
bang.
different
Every
tools.
one of them was perfect and done the first time and
Yes.
not finagle.
right.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So
but
that's the
I like
takeaway. Buy the toolkit that they suggest.
That was $800 and some for this, for your Challenger or Cuda, which is a complete wiring. I mean, it does everything behind the dash. Everything's complete. Everything's complete.
Very cool. All right.
All right.
Bye bye.